I know y'all saw the title with the trigger warning. So you already know what type of time I'm on. Now, I already know the majority of you guys that's on here is going to be high priestesses. So check your feelings at the door. If you know this don't resonate with you, it ain't about you. Now, we've been talking to the high priestess for months, years, days, and weeks. And Spirit actually asked me to do a channeling for the high priest, the true high priest. So whatever distorted ideas you have about the distorted masculine, this ain't it. This ain't the reading for that. There's tons of other readers on YouTube that will talk trash about the divine masculine, distorted masculine all day. This ain't one of those readings. I am very aware and very neutral. And I am very aware that there are good men in this world. And that they have to have a voice too, or they need an outlet too. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the channelings I got was the true high priest. The high priest has been fed up for a long time. You guys are wondering, well, not you guys, but whoever it resonates with, are wondering why they cannot find the true high priest, why they cannot find the true divine masculine, why they keep running into these distorted masculines. So I'm just here to shed a little light on the situation. Now, the high priest has been saying that he's been hiding, he's been healing, because he has been with some of the most trifling women. Now, if you identify as a high priestess, then you will already understand and understand that the same way you have ran into distorted masculines, low vibrational men, that the high priest has ran into distorted feminines and low vibrational women. He sat by idly and watched while women triangulated him amongst they quote unquote homeboys. Had him in the environment with men that she was fucking, flirting with, entertaining on an intimate level, knowing that they wanted more. He sat by and watched as they called him a clown. They called him lame because he was too nice. You know, bitches love to be like, oh, he was too nice. He was too agreeable. Whole time that was part of his divinity. Part of his divinity was to come in and show you that he wasn't like everybody else. Part of his divinity was to come in and try to guide and try to lead, but the distorted feminine kept trying to overstep him, kept shushing him, kept trying to emasculate him, kept trying to shut him down, take his power, quiet his voice, until the point where he just stopped speaking at all. The true divine masculine, the high priest, has went into hermit mode. He is in hermit mode as we speak. He's not laying up with a karmic like you guys hear so much. He's not out fucking. He's actually building, meditating, trying to get himself together. He's healing. He's taking baths. He's crying. He's pouring out his heart to his ancestors, trying to figure out why he keeps running into the same type of woman. The true high priest is actually waiting for the divine to send him his high priestess. He sat by and watched women put him before their children, which was a huge turnoff for him. He watched women fix him 5-course meals while giving their children SpaghettiOs out of a can. He sat by and watched women put their children's safety and love on the back burner just so that they could get his attention. That's why he ghosted. That's why he came around once and never came back again. See, the high priest was raised the way the high priestess was. He went through a lot. He saw a lot. So he knew there was more for him than just fucking, than just how pretty somebody was, than just how much money somebody had or material bullshit somebody had to offer. See, the high priest is on the same page as the high priestess. So it would be unfair to think that he does not exist just because you do not see him. You don't see spirit, but you still listen to spirit's guidance. You still call on spirit when you need help. You don't see spirit. So the high priest is there. He's waiting in the background, fixing himself up, getting his money right. His money has been right for a long time, but that's not what he leads with. So women tend to think that he has nothing because he's not flashy. He lives a very low key, simplistic, luxurious life. See, the distorted feminines that the high priest was dealing with was always loud talking him. Always to calling him no good, making fun of him, taking advantage of his vulnerability. He was always into his divine feminine energy, so that's what attracted the distorted feminine to him in the first place, was that he was into his feminine energy, but that didn't take away from his masculinity. He got called weak because he wasn't a player, he wasn't aggressive. See, the high priest is fine as fuck. But see, he didn't come with the bells and whistles that the distorted feminine is used to. The toxic masculinity, the overindulgence, the swag, the bullshit that the distorted masculine comes with. You know, the distorted masculine, he look good and that's what gets him by. Well, the high priest looked good as fuck too, but you can't see that because his aura isn't going to show that to you, because you have to get to know the high priest. You have to get in with him and figure him out and see all the knowledge he holds. See, the high priest has went into hiding because every time he tried to talk to the distorted feminine, she would cut him off, laugh at him. Yeah, he was the butt of the joke with her and her homegirls. Oh, he corny, he too nice, he cool, but you know, it's just something missing. No, it's something missing in you, distorted feminine. It's nothing missing in the high priest. He came equipped with everything that he needed, but you were so distorted and you were so traumatized that you could not see the greatness that was being given to you. And so the distorted feminine played the high priest. She would fuck on another nigga and then call him in for affection. Fuck on another nigga, then call him in to fix shit around the house, to take care of another nigga kids. So the high priest is in hiding. So if you mad at the high priest right now, you mad at the wrong person. Because the high priest, he just don't have time. He's not going to play games with you. He's not going to argue with you. He going to let you be right for the sake of keeping his peace of mind. He'll walk away from you before he argue with you. He'll leave you alone before he cheat, before he act up, before he put hands on you, before he drag you verbally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And see, the distorted feminine is not used to that. She craves chaos and trauma. And the high priest just isn't going to trauma bond with you. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. The high priest has been working out. He's been spending a lot of his time at the gym. He's been spending a lot of time writing his songs, his poetry, doing his art. He not out here just fucking and sucking on anybody that look good. Because the physical really don't even matter to the high priest. Because the high priest has been with numerous beautiful, sexually attractive, body banging ass women that had no substance. So, let's get into the cards. So, if you feel like this don't resonate with you, you should click off. Don't bring no distorted feminine energy into this. This ain't even about it. This is about what the high priest is going through. Some of your brothers, your sons, your uncles, your fathers are high priests. Your cousins, your best friends, men that you work with, men that you go to school with. See, the high priest has been going to school. He's been learning. He's been trying to be more evolved. He's been trying to figure out the wonders of the world. He's highly tapped into the esoteric realm, and he's not even fucking on nobody. He's celibate as fuck. Golden dick, okay, comes from the high priest. And he not about to drop no dick off in no toxic womb. He just not. So sex is not going to be the bait to get a high priest. How cute you are or how big your following or whatever it is not going to catch the eye of the high priest. He wants to know the deepness of you. He wants to be able to be vulnerable with you. Vulnerability is a love language for the high priest, and he's not going to use it to emotionally manipulate you. He's going to use it to learn you, to love you better, to open the doors for more exchanges of genuine love, unconditional love, compassion, honesty, free-flowing energy is what the high priest is looking for right now. And so he's hiding because he's very vulnerable and he doesn't want to be hurt. He been used and abused. Bitches done slapped him in the face, hit him upside the head. Bitches done laid in the bed with him, texting they karmic masculine. Taking out their anger from the karmic masculine on the high priest. He been through it all. Spirit, what does the high priest have to say to the collective? Yeah. Wheel of Fortune with the Empress in reverse. Like I just said, he's been through it. He's been with insecure ass women. He's been with women who are so insecure that they can't see their own beauty. So they try to distort his vision of himself. But with the Wheel of Fortune, he's moving past that because now the high priest is coming into his own power, his own season of glory, just as the high priestess is. He's no longer attracted to the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is toxic as fuck, okay? She's messy. She's so insecure. She can't see her beauty, so she tries to tarnish the beauty of everybody around her. He's done with that. He's done with it. He's moving past that. His great fortune, his fortune is coming from the dharma that he has gained by dealing with this distorted feminine. Ace of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. He has no more love for that type of shit. So all that getting loud with him, trying to trigger him, trying to triangulate him, he's over it. He's sat by and given so much unconditional love to the distorted feminine while she just was looking for external validation. None of the love and attention and affection that he gave her was ever enough. It always had to be from the outside world. It always had to be from their karmic masculine. He took shots. He took shots. He took shots. Well, he's not taking shots anymore. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. He dealt with a lot of manipulation. He dealt with so much manipulation from this distorted feminine that he just was like, I'm done dating. I'm done dating. Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm done being vulnerable. I'm done giving my love. I'm done extending my heart to people that just gonna keep backstabbing me. People that's gonna keep manipulating me because they know I have a soft spot for them. He tired too. Tower. He been through the ringer, honey. He been through trauma. He's watched everything he built fall apart because he was so wrapped up into pleasing this Empress in reverse who was only manipulating him. This Empress in reverse used children to manipulate him. This Empress in reverse would use a common code for the child to manipulate him to come in. And when he didn't, she would run out into the world and slander him. So he let the tower fall. He welcomed the tower falling so that he could escape this imbalanced Six of Pentacles in reverse type of situation where he was giving, and being breadcrumbed at every turn. At every turn, he was being breadcrumbed with the promise of being together. Oh, I just need time. Oh, I just need to heal. And every time this divine priest gave this woman time, she was chasing the karmic masculine, chasing him down, trying to see what he doing, popping up at his house, blah, 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 while this man sitting around with flowers and roses and cakes and bottles of champagne and gifts and love to give. And it fell on deaf ears. Yeah. There was no growth there. He was extremely unhappy. But nobody pays attention to the priest because he's not extravagant, grandiose, talking about all his troubles, spreading all the drama to everybody. He's quiet when he takes his L's in private. So that's why you don't see him. That's why you don't know what he's going through, because he takes his L's in private. He's not about to sit up on social media and talk about you like a dog. He's just going to go, possibly cry in private, take out all of his aggression at the gym, dive into his books, learn his craft because he's extremely magical. And with the Strength card in the upright position, build himself back up. He became stronger because of all the shit he went through. But he's still overlooked. Yeah. Four of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck, he's still overlooked because, see, you got to understand the psychology of what people have been conditioned to do. They want to chase what's eluding them while ignoring what's right there in their face. The High Priest has been right there in your face the whole time. But you kept them in the friend zone. You kept them in the BFF zone. You kept them in the play brother zone. You kept him in the, oh, come fix my computer zone. Oh, come fix my sink zone. Well, he had much more than that to give within him. So now he's uninterested. So now he's guarded just like you. Yeah, Queen of Swords. He's embodying the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords talks about someone who has been hurt, the widower, the one who's lost someone they loved, the one who has their guard up, not going to let you get too close because they don't want to be hurt again. They don't want the wounds ripped open again. With the Fool in reverse, he's stopped taking chances on people. He's done taking chances. He's trying to get his self-esteem back up. He's trying to figure out why. What else has the divine masculine high priest been through? He's been with people that were unnecessarily controlling just for the sake of controlling. Selfish ass people that just want to control so they can be happy. I'm also hearing that this high priest walked away from a lot of distorted feminines because he would sit up and listen to the pillow talk. See, the pillow talk, what I'm hearing, the pillow talk is one of the things that really pushed this high priest away, that really pushed this divine masculine away, because he laid up with distorted feminines who would pillow talk and say the dirtiest, most hurtful shit about their friends, quote unquote friends, and then go back out into the world and deal with them. Hey girl, I love you. Hey girl, I can't wait to see you. All the while you just done told this man all the trashiest, dirtiest, hurtful things about this person, but the divine masculine, the high priest, sees this person showing up for you constantly, showing up for you, advocating for you, being in your corner, and then you just trash talk this person constantly. So the high priest started to think, well, damn, I hear how you talk bad about all your friends and then smile in their face. How can I trust you with me? How can I trust you with my vulnerability? If you say the most hurtful shit about your friends, people that I've seen show up for you, advocate for you, love on you, stick with you through your bipolar moods, how you really feel about me? And see, sometimes as women, we don't see that. We just think, oh, we giving him the scoop, we telling him this and that, but y'all don't be wanting to tap into what their mental is. They're high vibrational ass men that's not going to sit around, listen to you gossip and talk shit about your friends and then run back and be in their face and then invite them over. And then the energy is weird. The energy is odd because they know what's being said behind the scenes. The high priest is no longer being in that bullshit. It disgusts him. It disgusts him to see the distorted feminine gossip and trash talk their friends and then still bring them around, still call on them, still need sympathy and empathy from them. The Seven of Swords. The high priest has seen a lot of cheating, lying, secrets. The high priest has sucked the trauma up out of some bitch's yoni while she runs back to the karmic masculine, and then he go back in and suck and lick and eat the trauma back up out of her. And then she goes and deposits it right back into her womb. And then when he sneaks away, when he walks away, because he doesn't like confrontation. See, the high priest doesn't need confrontation. He will sneak off into his own world. Not to a karmic, not to another bitch. He will sneak off into his own world. Even if he does sneak off and go into another woman's arms, it's because she's listening to him. She's open to his divinity, his honor, his truth, his real love. But you got some of these distorted feminines that want a good man to sit there and play doctor, play daddy, and prop them up and fix them up for the world, while they still fucking and sucking on the karmic man that abuse, so-called abuse and use them. Well, the divine masculine, the high priest, has snuck away from this. He walked away quietly. He didn't argue with her. He didn't put up a fight. He didn't call her bad names. He snuck away with the seven of swords. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna gather all the rest, whatever is left of my dignity, whatever is left of my pride. I'm gonna gather that up and I'm gonna walk away quietly. I'm going to sneak away. He says he's going to sneak away because he knows if he says I'm leaving, if he announces his exit, that's more room for her to manipulate and to drag him back into this toxic cycle. So he had to sneak away. So if you wonder, like I said, why he ghosted, that's why. See, a lot of feminines don't see. They have been so programmed to be the victim of everything that even when they are the perpetrator, they refuse to see that. And then you got all these yes men and yes women that be like, yeah, girl, yeah, girl, yeah, girl. I'm the same way. Just because 1,000 people agree on one way of being don't mean make it cool. Speak for your fucking self, the high priest says, because he's not attracted to that. And he thought that his love, his undying love and loyalty, his genuine affection was going to heal that. And once he saw that it wasn't, he had to sneak away. Five of Swords. He was tired of being triangulated. He was tired of being wanted only when the distorted feminine felt defeated. See, the distorted feminine only wanted the high priest around when she felt defeated by her karmic masculine that she kept fucking chasing. Yeah, online and on paper it's, oh, fuck him, da 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 da. But then behind the scenes, with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords, they was fighting for this toxic masculine. They was fighting for this emperor in reverse. They was sending this motherfucker numerous text messages, arguing, fighting, degrading him, whatever they could do to trigger him to come back. And then when the high priest left, the distorted feminine tried to do that same shit with him and it didn't work. So then she had to be Five of Swords. I gotta win at all costs. So now she out in the world tarnishing this nigga name and talking trash about him when he ain't even did shit but try to build her back up. Some of you guys have been blessed with a high priest and you know he not going to play with you. You can't talk to him the same way you didn't talk to these distorted masculines. Ain't going to be no juggling this high priest. Ain't going to be none of that. He's not going to play that game with you. Knight of Swords in reverse. He's not going to play the toxic communication games, the arguing, the one-up, and then I got to say this to you to make you feel small so I can feel big. And you know, bitches will send text messages and say shit on the voicemail and then smile at their phone and send the shit to their homegirls and all this stuff. The divine masculine, the true divine masculine, the high priest, he's not going to play these games with you. So all these messages y'all be getting about the divine masculine, that be the distorted masculine that they be talking about. Because the true high priest is tucked away. He's a jewel, just like the high priest is. He's a jewel, just like the divine feminine is. And so he's waiting to come into union with his high priestess. He's waiting to come into union with his divine feminine. He not out here abusing some woman just because he can't have you. That's some distorted masculine shit. Oh, I'ma just abuse this woman I'ma use her for food, shelter, and clothing and food, blah, 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 until the woman I want to go back. No. You've been lied to. You've been lied to if you think that's what the true divine masculine is doing. It can't just be one way. It can't be the divine feminine, the high priestess, and then the divine masculine, and that's just it, and he's just toxic, he's abusive, he's this. No. That's unfair. That's not duality. And I already know a lot of y'all not gonna like this. And if you in my comments talking shit, click the fuck off. Because if Esme or Tiff gotta delete you, you don't need to be on this. This ain't your fucking message. And I really don't give a fuck. I am so tired of people and their unwarranted opinions, their unsolicited fucking advice, their shallow ass fucking opinions and mindsets and observations. Ten of Cups. This is what the High Priest is looking for right now. With the Ten of Swords, he is done taking L's. He's done being defeated by false love. He wants true, genuine love, just like you, High Priestess. He's not going back to the past. Eight of Cups. He's not going back to unrequited love. He's over it. And if you can see greatness only in yourself and not in anybody else, then you got a distorted view of the fucking world. Ace of Cups in reverse again. He is done playing love games. King of Wands with the Three of Wands in reverse. He's done waiting for somebody to see his greatness. Somebody to see how genuine he is, how honorable he is, how compassionate he is. The Devil in reverse at the bottom of the deck already lets me know that he is not in no toxic union right now. So for everybody that thinks, oh, the Divine Masculine is with a karmic right now, well, my message say different with the Devil in reverse. He's not. The true Divine Masculine, the High Priest, is not in any toxic union right now. He's freed himself from that. He's healing. He's waiting to get at his highest capacity so that he could be loved again, so that he can give love again. His desire is to love again. At the bottom of the deck, you got the Hermit in reverse. He's ready to come out. He's ready to come out. He's ready to build a family. He's ready for honesty, honest exchanges of communication and love. He's not about to play with nobody. All the little communication games, if they text, I'm going to wait 6 hours and text back. He's not about to play that with you. He's going to be disinterested right away. He not going to sit up and allow you to talk about how every nigga and their uncle wants you when he's right there showing you compassion and love and genuine interest. He's not going to do it. He's not going to allow you to triangulate him because he's already showed you his interest. But some women are so insecure they can't take that. They can't take that interest. They have to try to drag him and make him work harder. They got to tell him about everybody and their daddy that want them, to make him feel like he got to work harder. Five of Wands ass energy. This High Priest is not going to sword fight. So if you want to fuck him and a gang of other dudes, he not going to play that game with you. He going to let them have you. He going to let whoever you bragging about have you. He going to let whoever you bragging about, oh, they just want me. I don't understand why. The distorted feminine fucking understands why. Because they need external validation. So anybody that shows a little bit of interest, they're going to play on that and play on that. They're going to be fucking 5 niggas in the room and have you hanging out with all of them. He not about to do that. He not about to play with you. He's intuitive just like you, High Priestess. Yeah, he not about to do it. 8 of Pentacles, he working on himself. He's building himself back up. Because with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, he done took so many losses. He done lost money, time, energy, playing around. Thank you, Esme. Because I already told y'all in the description, this is trigger warning. You ain't even got to be here. You ain't got to be here if you don't want to be here. Shit. You ain't getting paid to be here. 8 of Swords in reverse. He is seeing things clearly now. He's realizing that nothing was holding him back from true love with the Page of Cups but himself. He sees. He's taking accountability now. He's ready to offer love again. He lost a lot of money with the King of Pentacles in reverse. It made him hardened. It made him selfish. He doesn't want to be that way anymore. Yeah, well, I took a lot of losses, a lot of heartache with the Three of Swords. With the High Priestess in reverse, yeah, he was dealing with false high priestesses. We talk about this in the High Priestess reading all the time. He was dealing with women who were using magic, sex magic, manipulation, whatever they could use, whatever they could pull out their sorry ass to keep him around, but to further hurt him. I'm telling you, if you don't like this fucking message, go watch some shit about a karmic and a divine masculine. That will coddle you, that will stroke your bruised ego, that will make you feel like you was always the prize when in the back of your fucking mind, you knew that you was being toxic to this dude on the low. Like, go somewhere else. I really don't give a fuck. I am so over people's opinions. I am over it. Because I'm sick of women not taking accountability for how they be dragging good men. There are good men out here. Some of us know good men. There are family members. Some of you gave birth to good men. Six of Cups with the Ace of Wands. He's ready to move past the past. His energy is reignited. His passion is reignited. He's ready to love again. He's definitely ready for some sex. But every time he thinks about sexual energy, he's like, am I ready to bring a child into this union? Because he's brought children into union with women who were just trashy. Some of these high priests got baby moms who, I'm telling you, use the children to get at him. Use the child to manipulate and lie to him. Use the child to get him over there so they can tempt him for sex because they know he a good dude. They know he a good dude. So they be like, oh, the baby need this. The baby want to talk to you when it's really them that want to talk to them. When it's really them that want to see them. The baby low-key ain't even paying attention. Two of Cups in reverse. He not playing the game. He not interested in that union. Because you know why? Five of energy, like I said earlier with the Eight of Wands, he knows it's gonna be no communication with the Eight of Wands in reverse. It's gonna be arguments and conflict. He gonna keep being triangulated against every Tom, Dick, and Harry that find you cute. This is where he at. And it's so unfair to think that there's not good men out here who tired just like good women are tired. I'm so sick of that narrative that there's just only good women in the world and no good men. You know that little saying women be like, oh, well, a dude will get hurt when he in 7th grade and then he'll hate women for the rest of his life. Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, this dude has been hurt, so he's went into hiding. He not about to come out and slander you and talk about all the drama with the Eight of Wands in reverse. He's keeping that to himself because for one, he embarrassed. Because for two, he probably got downloads about the shit but went against his own intuition. And if I know anything, I know the truth hurts. I know the mirror hurts. Nobody wants to recognize that they was being the high priestess in reverse, which caused a separation. Two of Cups in reverse. Nobody don't want to hear that shit. But with the Hangman here in reverse, the perspective needs to be changed. A perception has to be changed. World in the upright so a new cycle can begin. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This high priest is ready to come out of the cold. He's ready for love again. And he's looking for his high priest. The moon in reverse, he's done a lot of shadow work. He's done a lot of shadow work. He's looked at how he's played roles in these toxic relationships. He's looked at how he didn't listen to himself. He's looked at how he didn't put himself first. He's mirroring you, High Priestess. So if you're going to grant yourself that pass, if you're going to grant yourself that compassion, there is a few high priests out here who needs that same compassion because they done been through the same type of bullshit your ass done been through. They done dealt with succubus who just wanted their attention and sexual energy and what they could do for them sexually, but didn't give a fuck about their heart. They didn't give a fuck about their emotions. See, this distorted feminine would cheat on this high priest, and then whenever he would back away and go and try to find true love elsewhere, she would play the victim, moan and cry and whine. But he knew with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, there was no growth there. That whole relationship was holding him back. That whole situation was holding him back. Why would he stay? Why? Why would he dedicate more years to being ignored, to being played for the fool, to sit amongst her and other men that he knew she was fucking on, that he knew she was entertaining? You know, oh, they like me, but I don't even know why. But then you still bringing him around him. You still trying to keep him in this little circle so your ego could be stroked. The high priest is not stupid, man. He's not stupid. He just looks stupid because when you used to trauma bonds and you used to fuck boys, a high priest looks naive to you. A high priest looks like somebody that's a easy target. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him showing up in his own reading. The Hierophant in the upright position. Can't make this shit up, man. He's showing up in the world. He's showing up for himself, and he's showing up with honesty and dignity, and he wants love. He knows he's fucked up. He knows he's been through the worst relationship. He knows he's taking accountability. He's ready to speak his truth. And some of you guys are going to come across this high priest. And you're going to have to take into account everything you've been through while still using your intuition to see if this is a true or a false high priest. It's up to you to see. With the Justice in reverse, this high priest, I'm telling you, he's been through the ringer. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, he's letting go of all the disjustices. He's letting go of all the lies and the games. The Three of Cups, he's ready to be happy and celebrate. He's done. He's done with the lies. He's done with the Knight of Wands energy, people coming in and out. With the Knight of Cups in reverse, just playing with his heart. Oh, he eat pussy good. Let me call him. My heart broke. Oh, he'll comfort me while I'm sad over my baby daddy. Or I'm sad over my ex. Or the dude that kept me waiting. Let me call him in. But if this nigga call me, I gotta hurry up and make an excuse to get him out. If the nigga that been playing me call me, oh, that must mean we meant to be. Let me get the high priest up out of here. Let me make some excuse to make him leave. Nah, he's done with that. He's done, yeah. Nine of Swords in reverse. He's been through the shadow work, the dark night of the soul. He's done being in his head about this distorted feminine energy. He's over it. Look at this. 4 of Wands. He's ready for peace. He's ready for happiness. He's ready for harmony again. He wants somebody to build a home with. He wants somebody to come into union with. And he don't even want to be controlling. He just wants to be able to lead. He has a lot of knowledge to give. He has a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of shit to give. He wants to protect. He wants to guide. He wants to give. He wants those tiny little victories. Oh, babe, if you hadn't have fixed the dryer, I don't know what we would have done. Oh, babe, if you hadn't have changed the oil, we would have been fucked up. Like little shit like that he want. Oh, babe, you put the computer desk together perfect. Now I can send all my emails out great. Like, he just wants a little encouragement. He just wants some peace. He wants a good home. He wants peace. Like, who the fuck don't want peace right now? Everybody. He don't want arguing and bickering and feeling like he giving more than he's getting. Ashay. Queen of Pentacles in the Judgment. That's all he wants, is to be treated fairly. He just craves stability. He craves the divine feminine here, the Queen of Pentacles. He wants to breathe life into the divine feminine because he knows what it's like to be without. The same shit you done been through, HP, he done been through. How can we deny him of that? That's like gaslighting somebody. You've been gaslit so many years. You don't think this person done been through the same thing? This ain't the one. He's tired of paying for what everybody else done did to the distorted feminine. He didn't do that. Page of Swords in the upright. He's searching for himself. With the 5 of Cups, he's mourning his old self. He's shedding his old self and he's mourning it. But with the 10 of Pentacles upright, with the King of Swords in the upright, he's coming from an honest place. He has so much abundance. And he wants to give that. He wants to share. He wants to create a family. He wants to create a legacy with you. He wants to be honest with you. This is what the true divine masculine is wanting. And trauma bonds can make you think that the distorted masculine is the divine masculine when it's not. The sex was just good. The motherfucker had the gift of gab or some shit. They was cute. They had cute shoes. They dreads was nice. They braids was right. They had a cute fade. They dressed okay or whatever. But that's not even what it's about. We always talking about that generational wealth and shit in the Higher Priestess reading. Well, guess what? The King of Swords in the upright position with the 10 of Pentacles, they want that legacy too. They want to create that generational wealth too. All right. And the 9 of Swords want to show up again. In reverse with the moon in reverse. Yes, he has done his shadow work, honey. He has been through the pain. He has been in solitude. He understands the power in standing alone. He's tired of taking losses. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now he knows not to overgive. Now he knows not to trick his money off on bitches that just want, but have nothing to give. He's learned his lessons. And this ain't got shit to do with that abusive, toxic ass divine masculine that everybody's obsessed over. This ain't got nothing to do with that at all. Look, he wants his Queen of Wands in the upright position. But this is also saying that he has stepped into his power. He had to slow down. He had to be stopped in his tracks in order to tap into his true divine feminine energy too, because we embody divine masculine and feminine energy. We all embody both. So now he has stepped into his true divine feminine energy, so he knows what he wants in a woman. He knows what an honest woman looks like. He knows what a woman in her power, her divine power looks like. She's not manipulative and insecure and catty and full of shit. Talking shit about all her friends and then being up in their face. See, y'all don't be understanding. Men pay attention to that shit. Because I'm going to tell you straight up, if I'm around a nigga and he always talking shit about his homeboys, putting them down behind their back, and they always showing up for him and coming through in the clutch, I'm going to feel some type of way about him too. Like, well, damn, your homeboys is always looking out for you, and you talk bad about them all the time. Well, what you got to say about me? We got to understand and overstand that relationships ain't just, a sexual relationship, a romantic relationship. Relationships are all across the board. Because if you come to me, I'm telling you straight up, and this ain't even on a relationship shit, because I be in my divine masculine energy a lot. But if you come to me gossiping about people, and then I see you still linking up with these people, all this shit, I'm not gonna trust you. I don't like gossip. I don't like mess. I don't like bullshit. I don't like people talking about other people's business. Don't tell me shit about nobody's life. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Yeah, Queen of Cups in reverse. He didn't dealt with that. He didn't dealt with bitches that was just emotionally closed off, emotionally irrational, always in their feelings, but never in their logic. Everything hurt their feelings, but they ain't never seeing what they bring to the table. They ain't never seeing the shit they done said and did that hurt other people's feelings too. He see all of that. And men of a higher caliber ain't about to play with you in that. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, they'll stop in their tracks. Oh, this ain't the one for me. Let me go back into hermit mode until the confusion clears. Yeah. All right, let's move on. I already know this gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. This gonna make a lot of people unfollow, dislike. I don't give a fuck, man. I am so tired of one-sided narratives, whether it be for the feminine or the masculine. I am tired of one-sided narratives because some of y'all are friends with these distorted feminists. Some of y'all got family that are distorted feminists that's always the victim, even when you know the shit they just told you last week. Like, let's keep it real. Some of y'all have good ass fathers that had to lead a home because of toxic femininity. Let's talk about it. All we on social media 24/7 dragging niggas all day. Oh, they ain't this, they ain't that. But as soon, and I'm telling you, even on my own page, as soon as I say something that's bringing accountability to feminine, hit dogs fucking holler. They leaving paragraphs. Everybody co-signing and shit. Well, we only was like that because no. That's not duality. You can't say shit sometimes to a woman about how they need to tighten up without them arguing with you. Don't fucking argue with me. Argue with yourself, because I ain't in your life and I don't fucking know none of y'all personally. I don't know nobody on my page personally. So whatever messages and downloads I get, if you take that personal, that's on you. Always remember that. I don't know you personally, so I can't be throwing bucking shots at you. I can't be, because I don't even know you. But the divine is going to speak, and when the divine speaks, I have a duty to listen. It's not always the man. And we as women got to take accountability too, just like we want them to take accountability. Just like we want to have posts talking shit. This divine masculine got tired of arguing and bickering over the smallest shit. Wow, at the bottom of the deck, poet. And then in the upright, didn't I tell you he's focusing on his art, his music, his writings, his gifts? This says light attribute. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. This is him in the upright position. He's probably an artist and nobody ever paid attention. He probably got all these artistic gifts that nobody listened to. You got father in the upright position following that. The light attributes talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Yeah. He just wants to leave a legacy. He believes in art. Artistic children. He wants to like cultivate art within his family, his home. Like this masculine, this high priest is very gifted with words and art forms, and he's gonna be a great father. And if he's not, he is a great father. But I feel like he's been stripped from that, because you got damsel in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you. Seduction by romantic illusion. I can't make this shit up. Just like low vibrational men can smell your vulnerability and know how to manipulate you, a lot of the bitches this high priest that went with was always a damsel in distress. Always creating drama. It was always, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Everything was a fucking issue for him to come and save her from, except herself. She was the problem. Like I told you, pussy ain't what's gonna capture him. But this damsel in distress in reverse, that's what she think. Pussy and beauty is gonna be what's always gonna keep a motherfucker. Waiting for a knight to provide for you. You don't even really need shit, but you're gonna make up a problem. You're gonna make up a problem for a motherfucker to save you from. That's what the damsel in reverse does. She's always looking for the next drama, looking for the next gossip, looking for the next event to make something big for somebody to rush in and save her motherfucking ass, when it ain't even nothing really happening. And then when drama don't entice a motherfucker to, cause see, what the damsel in reverse knows is that the high priest is looking to help, looking to be of service. So they create situations, illusions to be of service in. And now that the masculine, the true high priest is realizing that these are all self-made illusions, they don't want to be a part of it no more. So then they're gonna use sex. And then when sex don't work, they're gonna flip the fuck out. Hedonist. Shadow attribute. Pursues pleasure to the detriment of health. Indulges at the expense of others. Yeah. This is what she does to the high priest. The true high priest. The true divine masculine. Fuck, fight. Always the drama. Always a damsel. Always need somebody to come in and save them from situations they created for themselves, that they don't even really need to be saved from. Pursues pleasure to the detriment of others. This is like I said, always got to have everybody around them wanting to fuck on them, wanting them, even though it's hurting the main person that's really there for them. Child, magical in the upright position. See, the divine masculine, the high priest, he's tapped into his inner child. That's what makes him so open and so free to give in love, unconditionally, without judgment. This says seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things. The belief that everything is possible. Even through everything this high priest has been through, he still has love in his heart. He still knows how to come from his inner child to laugh and play and be fun and be open. Wow. Mentor in reverse coming out. Shadow attributes. Inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master. Imparting false instruction. Yeah. See, this damsel in reverse doesn't want this masculine to lead. She's too caught up in her low vibrational masculine energy. So for him to try to lead, that makes her feel powerless. But in actuality, he don't even really want to lead on big shit. He just want to feel like he's a part of the crew. He's a part of the team. He just want to teach. He may know something valuable to her, but she won't allow him that. Fool in the upright position. Light attributes. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So yeah, even though all of this traumatic shit was happening, he saw beneath the illusion, he laughed at it. He laughed and kept it moving. You know, still tried to be fearless and stay in this situation, even though it was some bullshit. Addict in the upright position talks about helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. See, he's confronted his addiction to low vibrational feminine energy, because you got to understand that the succubus is very sexually appealing. She embodies on the outside all of the divine feminine attributes, but on the inside she wicked, she sneaky, she low vibing. And he was addicted to the shallow aspect of her. Oh my God, she looks like an angel. She dresses well. She has this. She has that. But rebel in reverse, shadow attributes, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So yeah, she wouldn't accept his true divinity or his love because it wasn't fashionable. It didn't have that oomph. Maybe this person was a square, so a square ain't in fashion for the damsel in reverse. The distorted feminine doesn't want the light attributes of a rebel, somebody that only aggresses when it's necessary. She wants somebody that's always aggressive, always trying to dominate the situation, always using her, always, dependent on her. She don't want him to have no independence. Femme fatale in reverse at the bottom of the deck, shadow attributes, inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. I can't make this shit up. This is the type of woman the high priest has been dealing with. Maybe he's not always been the most financially rich person, so he's gotten with women that maybe had more than him. And they always use that as leverage to control him, to keep him in a place. You ever been in a grocery store and you see that motherfucker walking, you see the girl pushing the basket and the dude following behind her like a little ass kid? Ugh. Talking to him like a little ass kid. That's the type of shit. That's what I'm talking about. Real life shit. He every nigga in the book. But then she expect him to want to lay down and be intimate with her at night. She trying to strip him from his masculinity all the time, but then expects him to be masculine with her when it's comfortable for her. This is the type of woman that'll only date niggas that's lower on the financial bar than her, so she can always have control. So she can always throw in his face that he won't have a certain lifestyle if it wasn't for her. That he won't have certain material things if it wasn't for her. But then she still wants him to fuck her like a man. But she don't want him to act like a man out in the outside world. He only can be a man in the bedroom, but on the outside world, he got to be a lapdog. He got to be a peasant. He got to be a fucking slave or some stupid shit. And she want him to worship her body and everybody else around her to worship that shit. She gonna flirt with any and everybody as long as she can get that admiration, that validation from external world. But him being right there at her feet like a fucking lapdog is not enough. Because she has stripped him from that. But he's taking accountability for that too. Like, he knows now. He knows. He sees it. Like, what the fuck was I even doing? Just like how you done came up out the smoke. Just like you didn't came up out of the illusion. He can come up out of the fucking illusion too. Now, he wants the mystic in the upright position. See, now the high priest knows he needs a mystic. Someone who's on his spiritual level. Someone who matches his divinity. In the upright position, the mystic talks about revels in intimate union with the divine. And see, that's what the high priestess does. She's very intimate with the divine energy, the divine power, the divine source. You have Messiah following that in the upright position, the light attribute, serving humanity with humility. See, the true high priestess, the true divine feminine is going to serve humanity with humility. And not in the connotation where humility means being weak and passive. No, humility like, yo, I see that you have flaws. We all have them. Let's build. How can I be of service to you that will not strip me from my own power, that will not strip you from your power, but we can both rise in power together? This is the type of person that the high priest or the high priestess needs to come into union with. The alchemist. Right? Transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Somebody that's going to allow him to speak. Someone that he wants to hear speak. The truth. The truth is golden in this time of illusion. We are in a huge time of illusion where everybody's so afraid to speak the truth because they're afraid to be disliked. The like button got everybody fucked up. Everybody afraid to say raw, real truth because they're afraid of being discarded, disliked. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Child wound here. Shadow attribute. Blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving on through forgiveness. Yeah. Everybody's so still operating in a wounded child that they're afraid of not being liked. But you got the liberator here in the upright position. This is the light attribute, which talks about freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. This is where we are now. That's why I be telling y'all, man, fuck being liked. A lot of the people that's being liked ain't even really being who they truly are. They ain't even really stepping into their true divinity because they're afraid of being liked. They're afraid of people not agreeing with them. I don't give a fuck about nobody agreeing with me. Because when there's 10 people that don't agree, there will be 20 that will. And then that's how you know. Sometimes it's not power in numbers, man. It's just not. Sometimes it's power in standing alone. All right, I'm about to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, y'all. You guys got angel in the upright position, light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation in return. Yeah. This person just wants to give and is not even thinking about what they're going to receive. That's low-key the energy that you embody, HP. But you got Avenger in reverse, shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So yeah, this the bitch that'll dog you out, ignore you, then show up at your house when you start ignoring them. Ain't even no cause for all that. Want to bust out your windows, want to show up to your job, want to try to get you fired so you can still be dependent on them. Just want revenge for no fucking reason. Want revenge against people. Like I be telling you, some people cannot take rejection. Even in friendships, man, some people cannot take rejection. Soon as you reject them or pull away from them, oh, I gotta get revenge. I gotta do something. I gotta cast a spell. I gotta hex. I gotta curse. I gotta slander. I gotta do something stupid. You know what I mean? The high priest don't want nobody like that. Vampire comes out in the upright position, light attribute. Makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. See, this high priest is going to tell you like, yo, babe, I think what you're doing ain't really helping you. I think it's dragging you. I think it's taking your power away. But with the Hermit in reverse, the shadow attribute says withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. So this person is like, yo, I don't care if something's not helping me. It makes me feel good, so I'm going to keep doing it. No matter if it's draining me or not, I'm going to keep doing it. And this high priest is just not going to sit around and watch you diminish, dissolve. All right, let's move on. Wow. Straight out the box, bottom of the deck is the high priest, the high priestess. Responsibility. This person is realizing their responsibility. They're realizing what role they play in all of this shit. This card says it's not enough to seek power for power's sake. You must accept the responsibility that comes with it. All good witches know the consequences are attached to any magical workings they may undertake. The universal law of cause and effect is a law of three in its purest form. If we perform an action that causes a result, then that result further causes an effect that goes on to influence all of creation in some way. The priest, acts as a spiritual guide to coven members, overseeing rituals, training their witches, making sure that in all they do, when they come together, is done in reverence and with integrity. Responsibility accompanies the high priest and high priestess to remind you to undertake a deep awareness of the possible effect of all things as a result of your thoughts, words, and actions. Whether you are a member of a coven or choose to work alone, see yourself as the high priest and high priestess and treat all that you do with respect. Face your responsibilities. Never use your power on a whim. Be careful what you wish for. Own up. Turn to your priest for assistance. If you're in a coven, your calling may be to become a priestess or a priest. Yes. Like I be telling y'all, with great power comes responsibility. Great responsibility. So I feel like this high priest has stepped into his power, and he wants to rule and govern with the high priestess. Somebody that knows. Somebody that knows, man. You got herbal, kitchen, alchemist, and you got alchemist in the other one. You guys are alchemists, man. I'm also hearing that if somebody has been using their magic for bad with the protection card in reverse, you're not going to be protected any further. So if you in the kitchen whipping up shit to hurt motherfuckers that ain't did shit to you, you about to feel it. If you are that avenger in reverse, just want revenge because somebody rejected you, or somebody didn't want to be friends no more, or somebody didn't want to be in a relationship. So you're like, oh, they didn't want to be my friend. They didn't want to be in a relationship with me. Oh, I'm about to hurt them. You are not protected in this shit. You need to fall back, man. If you're trying to come up against this high priest just because he don't want you no more, you're not protected in that. And you really need to sit back and think, like, what has this person done to really warrant me trying to ruin their life? But as we all know, the distorted masculine, the distorted feminine, they always got an excuse. They always got a reason why they should be allowed to hurt someone. Because they're self-deluded. They're delusional. They don't see that everything that hurts your feelings is not a direct attack on you. Some shit just hurt your fucking feelings. But it ain't an attack. But they don't see that. So they're going to be increased in their wrongdoings. And the protection is going to be lifted from them. So while they out here trying to hurt people for no reason, slandering, gossiping, causing drama, the protection is lifted. And they ain't gonna like it. That's their business. I don't give a fuck. Scrying mirror, shadow in the upright position. Let's see. Through the scrying mirror lives a power that you have been avoiding. Focusing only on the qualities of light can only serve half of who you are. There is no point in denying the part of you that you are refusing to see when shadow shows up. Look again and face your shadow side. There is nothing to fear, for this is part of who you are. The light cannot exist without the dark, and when recognized, completes the duality of light and dark, goddess and God within you. Once acknowledged and accepted, get to know your shadow side, learn its ways and its vulnerabilities, until you recognize and understand this alternative power that resides in you. It takes great skill to observe it, to know when and what to take from it. When the situation arises, shadows cannot exist without the light, and from the shadows come the light. By knowing yourself fully, this is the way you strengthen your energy and increase your personal power. So yeah, everybody that's always running around screaming love and light, but on the inside fucking screaming hate. A lot of people that y'all be seeing screaming love and light all the fucking time be denying their shadow side, and then they take it out on innocent people. They overspilling with anger and aggression because they don't want to recognize that the dark is needed. Light can only come from darkness. In the beginning, there was darkness. Okay? So you have to embrace that duality. That duality has come up so many times in this reading tonight. So for people being upset about people who not just talking love and light all the fucking time, it's no, because we done been through the darkness, seen the darkness, come out, seen the light, and know that both are needed to create a healthy balance within our lives, within our soul journeys. A lot of people be screaming love and light while fucking ripping apart on the inside. Not telling people where to stick it. Not putting up healthy boundaries because they think boundaries mean negativity. They think any negative emotion that you feel is evil or wicked. We supposed to be feeling every fucking thing. That's why you don't hear me talking. I'm a light worker. I'm a everything fucking worker. And I believe in shadow work, because without shadow work, we cannot see where we are falling or we are failing. The shit that needs to be healed. So I'm not one of those readers or workers, whatever the fuck you want to think of me as. It's always going to be telling you the light attributes of your sign, how amazing your sign is, how amazing the... No, we're going to talk about all the shit so we can get this shit cleared out and build ourselves back up stronger. And know that light and dark exist within each other. So we got to be doing shadow work. We got to embrace the shadow. How you know that it's a beautiful day outside unless you've seen the darkness? Unless you didn't slept through the night and wake up to the sunlight. How do you even know? You don't. And a lot of people hide up under the illusion of love and light so that they don't have to look like they got problems like everybody else. I got fucking problems just like y'all. Shit. All right, let's move on. Shit, I wouldn't be able to sit here and pull these cards and talk to y'all in the capacity that I speak to y'all if I hadn't been through some dark fucking days and seen the light. I'm going to speak love and light and wisdom into you, but I'm also going to speak to that shadow side of you. That shadow side of me. Because ain't nobody walking this fucking earth perfect. And we've all seen some shadow times, some shadow days, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. We all done seen that. We all have a dark side that we got to learn how to control. That's why you don't kill the ego. You learn the ego. You learn the ego. You learn its triggers. You learn it. Because the ego will protect you sometimes. You don't kill the fucking ego. How you gonna kill some shit you was born with? The ego will protect you. When motherfuckers is trying to get over on you, swindle you, abuse you, your ego will buck up and tell you when to protect yourself. So you walk around here killing your ego all you want to, you're going to be susceptible to vultures, con artists, abuse, all that shit. If you keep killing your ego, learn your ego. We all have different egos. That's why I be telling you, study your birth chart, study your sign, the light and the dark attributes of your sign. But you got motherfuckers walking around that's thinking, oh, well, I'm going to say Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. So no Capricorns can be bad. That's a fucking lie. There are wicked ass Capricorns out here, just like there are high vibrational Capricorns. So stop playing around with this shit. If you want to dive deep, you want to be in this spiritual realm, you got to know all the shit about it. The good and the bad. The light and the dark. The up and the down. The in and the out. Like, anyway. You guys got dice. Gamble. This card says, Gamblers Anonymous can help recovery from a gambling addiction. Take time to take a risk. Recognize which of your strengths or weaknesses support a decision you're trying to make. You know what to do. Whatever you decide will be supported. Yeah, that's like I'm saying, like, you got to know. Recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. That's the light and the dark. That's how you learn what to do. Some situations don't require your darkness. And some situations don't require your light attribute. But when you reason with self and you tapped into your higher self and you tapped into your duality, you know which side needs to be used at which moment. Like, no. Somebody come up on you trying to hurt you and your kids, you're going to be like, oh, love and light. No, you're going to blam on that fool. You gonna bring heat. Like, you got to know when to use what. And it's all a gamble sometimes. But when you tapped into that star player, when you tapped into your higher self, you know which side needs to be used. And sometimes you gotta be neutral and not use either. You gotta learn how to ignore shit. Some people don't know how to ignore shit. And that sends them on a downward spiral sometimes, not knowing how to ignore some shit. That's why it's a gamble. Because you gotta know when to ignore some shit. It's always that middle ground that people choose to ignore. Shout out to everybody that is stuck in with me this long. Shout out to my moderators, new subscribers, old subscribers, unsubscribers, nosy motherfuckers. The next card you guys got was the scrying mirror projection. This came out in reverse. You're going to run across a lot of people that's going to project onto you. And then we have scrying mirror and the other one too. Yeah, we did. You're going to run across a lot of motherfuckers that don't want to accept their shadow side. So they're going to project onto you everything that they feel is bad about them. Those are motherfuckers that be like, well, I wouldn't have burnt your car up. I wouldn't have blew up your car if you would have just answered my text. Or I wouldn't have sent negative energy to you if you would have just talked to me. Some stupid shit. This card says, be careful what you wish for. You must learn to love yourself before you can truly love another. An unhealthy behavior or obsession does not serve you. Dig deeper to uncover the truth. Someone is projecting their doubts and fears onto you. And yeah, High Priest, that's what a lot of the bitches you was dealing with and people in your life, period. They didn't make it as an MC, so they felt like you can't make it as an MC. They didn't make it as a poet, so they feel like you can't. They didn't make it as an artist in any aspect, so they feel like you can't. They don't like the woman they with. They just with her because she provide for them. So they don't want you to go home that night. They want to keep you out all night with them in the guise under the guise of loyalty to the boys and shit. Be careful with that, High Priest. Because you're going to have a lot of people that see the divine in you before you see the divine in you, that's going to come up against you to try to create some type of illusion that keeps you stuck in a low vibrational nature like them. And then you fuck around and lose your High Priestess. You're going to be a mirror unintentionally for people. You vibrating at a high capacity right now, High Priest. So guess what? You're going to serve as a mirror to people who are denying their high vibration. Don't let society fuck you and tell you that if you attract low vibrational people, that means you low vibrational. No. I always tell the High Priestesses that if you out to sea and you see a lighthouse, no matter if you got good intentions or bad intentions, any motherfucker on a boat that's about to run out of gas or run out of fuel gonna go to that lighthouse. They gonna go to that lighthouse. It's up to you who you decide to allow to come in. Maybe you let a motherfucker dock their boat, but they can't sleep on the inside because they got a bad vibe. It's up to you. But don't allow nobody to project their bullshit onto you and make you feel like the reason they the way they are is because of who you are. You got to understand that some people act like that with everybody they go. You ever seen in movies? Yo, I used to watch a lot of Lifetime movies with my grandma, man. I fucking love my grandma. But anyway, me and her would watch these Lifetime movies on Sundays while we cooking Sunday dinner and shit, just chilling. And it would always be them crazy ass movies where somebody moved to a new state or some shit, a new town or some shit, and they pass this low key scramble, they hitting in little mini messages throughout the movie, and then they fuck around and do some toxic shit to one of their friends, and then one of their friends who was a loyal friend start to research this person. And as this person researches them, they see all of this shit they done did to other friends and all these mysterious deaths that then came up around this friend and how this friend got kicked out of certain schools and blah, blah, blah. You get the drift. And then it all starts dawning on you in the movie or in the show. Like, oh my God, this bitch was crazy from the jump. I knew it, Grandma. I knew it. She was crazy. That's why she didn't want to talk about her old school. And that's why she didn't have no pictures of her old school. And that's why none of her friends from her old town showed up to her birthday party. Because this bitch was crazy. From jump. She was toxic in every environment. So ain't nobody about to show up. Oh, but it be that one motherfucker that's still alive. And they go to the library, you know what I'm saying? They go to the library. Little dramatic music playing in the background and shit. Man, Carol is dramatic as fuck, but I'm with it. Yo, so they go to the library. And they do that little old school Rolodex thing. They got the little projector and shit. You start seeing little news clips and newspaper clips of the old friend and all this shit. And then you go to, then that friend be like, yo, let me go. They not about to take my friend. They about to take my friend down. And then this friend jumping in a little Volkswagen. They drive to this person's old town and start talking to people. And they be like, yeah, it was always mysterious deaths around her. And she was crazy. She was always odd and da-da-da-da. I heard she was into this. And then you come back. Your friend tied up in the motherfucking basement. Now you gotta go and gather up all this shit, all this evidence, all this ammunition, and blah 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 to bring it to the party. You know what I'm saying? To save your motherfucking old friend. Shit like that. That's what be happening. Okay. This is what's happening, y'all. But you know, I digress. Let's move on. You got spells. Alchemy flew right out. So like I told y'all, High Priest with that High Priestess in reverse, you was fucking with a bitch that's probably using a little magic and shit. Try to keep you tied to her. But for some reason, High Priest, you came up out of the spell unlike anybody else. Everybody else is probably still up under this bitch spell, but except you. You know what I mean? Alright, let's see what this card say. This card says, this is a time of great transformation. All is turning out beautifully. You have the power to change a situation. Believe in your self-worth. Have positive expectations. You have the ability to succeed. Your pure intentions are key. Boom. And I've been telling y'all all reading that the true High Priest, the true Divine Masculine, has pure intentions right now. And the same way you guys like, yo, somebody probably putting bad juju on me. Somebody sending me the evil eye. Somebody sending me negative energy. They going through the same thing. And if you feel like, yo, even through all the bullshit people putting on me, I'm still keeping my pure heart. I'm still showing love. I'm still being compassionate. They're mirroring the high aspects of you right now, HP. They mirroring you. Whether they are in your life physically or not, y'all probably meeting up in the 5D. Y'all probably having the time of y'all lives in the 5D, my nigga. Like, y'all probably smoking, drinking, partying, cooking, traveling, seeing the world, teaching, healing other people together in the fucking 5D. Not all spells are bad. You just never know. But if you fucking with me, we gonna open our minds to see some other shit. All right, let's move on. Only another deck, because we gotta do the High Priest as good as we be doing the High Priestess, y'all. We can't skimp them. They need some answers too. I know this is unprecedented. It's Sunday night. Oh, I fucking love y'all, man. And yo, I've been having such a positive response from a lot of masculine energy. Yo, shout out to the divine masculines that's been on my page, sending me well wishes, trying to get clarity. That's why I be telling y'all, like, we gotta understand that there are some good brothers out here, man. Like I be seeing the comments like later on, like days after the lives go up for the high priestesses. And there be a lot of divine masculines in there, and they be just like, yo, is it possible that this can resonate with me? Even though I'm not a high priestess, or like, but yeah, it can, because it's energy. Energy is fluid. That's why you can't put a timeline on these readings and shit. And Breaking Dawn comes out, number 23. It's crazy because this came out for the high priestesses on Friday. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got Pink Lotus Fairy, A Time for Spirit. So I feel like, yeah, the high priest is mirroring you guys right now, high priestess. He's mirroring your high vibe. Okay, with the Breaking Dawn, especially. All right, this card says, Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn. With fresh hope after a difficult time, something new breaks through and shows evidence of its approach, and with it your new reality. You have good reason to feel optimistic, cheerful, and like something has changed on a permanent basis. You're on the verge of a new day, and it is in this delicate and faint beginnings that something strong and bright will come. Do not wish to hurry it up. To the to the brightest part of the day. Enjoy this tender new birth of a time which you have long hoped for. Gratitudes and awakenings and early risings and trying new things are all on the agenda when this beautiful violet angel of spiritual awakenings flies into your life. Ashe, yeah. So there is still hope for some of these high priests, man. They are just honestly like looking for a free space to express their power and not know, I want to fuck, low vibrational, everything is about your spiritual sexuality. This is not what this high priest is on. He's on some like, yo, do you ever experience these divination symptoms? Like, he on that. That's what's going to grow him close to you. Not like, oh, you the divine feminine, let me see your waist beads and your thong. Like, no, he don't care about that. He want to meet you at a soul level, a spirit level. I'm telling you, y'all be meeting in the 5D. And some of y'all going to start feeling it and dreaming it and seeing it, and it's going to feel like real life. And for some odd reason, you probably going to be sufficed until you come into physical alignment with your high priest. And vice versa for the high priestess. For the high priest. All right. Next card. You guys got... What the hell? Oh, Pink Lotus Fairy. This card says, spiritual quest, travel calm, relaxed yoga pose, self-love, and self-acceptance. Third eye and crown chakra activation, chakra awakening, connection to all. Crown chakra connected to the universe. Receiving universal love messages, self-connected, peacefully to the earth, peaceful flowing energy in the body, tranquil, sublime, spiritual moments of connection. Blessings showering upon you due to correct relationships with body and soul. Time to take a class, course, or new study program. Time to welcome in a new teacher, either in the form of a physical being or perhaps a path that speaks to your heart at this time, or a spirit guide who resonates with you. Know that while this path and tranquil, easeful philosophy may seem out of character for you, it is a deep and true part of yourself that has long yearned for acknowledgement, fulfillment, and the nirvana that's on its way. Yes, High Priest. So you are tapping into your higher self, your true divinity. And this is going to lead you to your High Priestess. The only thing I'm hearing is that you have to relinquish fear of being hurt again. Yeah, look, your high priestess is afraid of being hurt again too. So you guys may go through this period where you're kind of like tiptoeing around each other, but not in like a weird toxic way, just kind of like, I don't want to overstep. I don't want to double text. And then you like, well, I don't want them to think I'm not interested. So let me double text. Like, and then it's going to become like a comfortable flow is what I'm hearing from spirit directly. So one of you guys is going to make that conscious decision to extend some type of communication. Once you come in to knowing that this person is on your level, high priest. Because you still iffy, the high priestess is still iffy, but you guys have been through this forced solitude where you know that only a high priest or a high priestess will be able to commune with you. They're just gonna get your weird, quirky ways, your what's the word? Eccentric energy. Like, so y'all gonna get that with each other. And it won't be any overstepping of boundaries, but there will still be like a silent, yo, I'm still connected, what you wanna do type vibe going on. Because as the high priestess isn't entertaining any low vibrational situations, the high priest is not entertaining any low vibrational situations. So both of you guys will be able to have space for each other. Wow. I am Kali comes out. This is powerful and divine. Yep. Bottom of the deck, miracle. But let's start with I am Kali. From death comes rebirth. This card says, working with Kali is extremely powerful, but it works. Hold up. Let me start over. Working with Kali is extremely powerful, but it is work we all do and all must do. If you have drawn this card, you are working with the energy of fire and the dancing mother goddess who will teach you how to go through the change you have been resisting and feeling was too much, and who will purify and change everything. You must not stay still with this energy. Movement is essential for working with her, and her fierce nature is in fact a test of your own strength. Can you do what needs to be done and still dance? Can you rejoice in the purification of stale energy? Can you walk forward without hesitating? Can you say yes to what will come for you on the other side of Kali's fire? And will you wear your lessons proudly as she does her necklace and know that this death is an incarnation within an incarnation, a new life within this lifetime, born of fire? Boom. See? High priest and high priestess, you guys are both going through a powerful reawakening. Look, in the high priestess readings, they have been like abstaining from a lot of things that were once their weaknesses. It takes a lot of discipline and fire to do that. You guys have been mirroring that. And so I feel like when you come together, it's going to be crazy. But that's not the focus of your journey, which makes this reuniting even more powerful. Because as the high priestess has just been focusing on her evolution, her strengthening of her intuitive gifts, and you've been focusing on exercising your voice, your divine masculine energy, your power of protection and provision, you have not been focusing on what the other one is doing, almost as if they don't even exist. So when you finally link up and see and recognize each other, it's going to be crazy. Bottom of the deck is Miracle, Angel of Alchemy. This is the third time alchemy has come up from three different decks. So I feel like, High Priest, you are just becoming the alchemist of your life. You're really realizing your power. You're really realizing, like, yo, I can do this. I can do that. I can make shit happen. Yo. And then at the same time, you're realizing to tap into your divine feminine energy to create, to birth things into your life. So it's a lot of miracles coming through for you and the High Priestess. Okay, this card says, I am here to help you make a miraculous shift in your body and your health. Whether you have an injury or an illness or simply feel ill at ease within your current form, I am the angel of alchemy, and I can show you how to change your current experience of psychality. I stand here and have done so many thousands of years. I have seen the fear and the guilt of others. I have seen the fear of infection, the anguish of pain, and the despair of life seeming to end. But I am here with you now to show you how to create health and strength, and how to stop being so frightened of growing older and having times when your body will challenge you. All will be well, and all this will pass. This form is just one of many you will create. Let me show you how to live anew with love and health. Oh my God, that wasn't even the part I wanted to read. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. Oh, shit. I got too excited. Okay. There may be health challenges for you at the present time, regardless of what you or a dear one to you may be experiencing. It is time to ask yourself, what would I do if I knew I had a short time left to live on this planet? Then begin to take action on these plans. Because the beautiful thing about looking deeply into the human fear of death is that this examination of mortality will create an exquisite sense of being alive now, and you will reprioritize and you will begin to shape your life in a new meaningful way. once you see the time Once you see that time and the sense of bodily life can be short, do not hesitate. Take action now on changing what can be changed. When you receive this card, you're about to turn a corner with a health challenge. The current situation has currently served you in many ways. It's brought your focus back to what is truly valuable in your life and made you aware of these areas of neglect. Now you can move forward with a refreshed set of priorities that are based in something very real. The angel of alchemy encourages you to make your healing, either your own or that of someone close to you, the top priority. Yes, that's so divine. Right now, I'm telling you, even not last week, but Friday, we had bad health in the reverse on the High Priestess reading. And it was like, whatever happened ailing you is about to clear up. And I feel like on some real shit, a lot of you guys have been under like spiritual illness. It's not even really nothing physically wrong. It's been like I've been telling y'all for months about a spiritual sickness that has just been like circulating through the so-called spiritual community and shit. And I feel like a lot of you guys have been nurturing yourselves extensively on the physical level to try to bring yourself up out of it spiritually. And I feel like it's been working for some of you guys. And I feel like you have to couple that with like positive affirmations, seeing your bodies heal, seeing your spirits heal, seeing things just turning around for you. The first step to really bringing your manifestations into fruition is visionary shit. Like you have to see it. You have to feel the emotions of it happening. You have to put yourself in those feelings of like things going good for you so that you know that the universe is not going to lie to you. It's going to bring that shit in. And I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of work, man. And you're about to see those things happen for you. You really are. But I feel like your energy is about to be returned to you. Your DNA is being upgraded. We always talking about that. Let's grab 7. Get your manifestation notebooks out. Write shit as if it's already happened. Rewrite history. Wow. It says, you are focusing too much energy on relationships with others. What's your relationship with yourself like? Yes, High Priest. Now is the time to really focus on how do you feel? Not what other people think you should be doing or how your relationship is going with them and blah, blah, blah. How do you feel outside of absorbing everybody else's shit? Like, what's your life really like? What's your feelings? What's your emotions at this time? What are your needs? The next card you guys got was you are sexually frustrated, but no ordinary sex will do. It has to ignite your soul. Yes, that's why you guys have been celibate. You, High Priest, you have been mirroring the High Priestess in that aspect. You haven't even been getting, like, maybe you take care of yourself every now and again. But as far as like being with other people, you just not feeling that. You know there's something deeper. You want more than a physical connection. You want an emotional, you want to be extremely vulnerable with someone. Woo! Damn. Cosmic justice is balancing everything out, High Priest, with the masculine needs to heal himself. If not, he will weaken and fall victim to his own pleasures and ignorance. So with cosmic justice is balancing all this out for you. I feel like High Priest, you probably have one memorable like sexual encounter with somebody that fucking fucked you up. Maybe you got burned. Maybe like there was a pregnancy scare, or there could have been a possible child, or you just could have seen the mask fall off of this person. And somehow you got saved. You better tighten it up, man. Don't let sexual frustration and all that shit have you out here having babies with succubus, and then you wondering why it's karmic children being born, and you and shit keeps carrying on down the bloodline. Then you mad at everybody but yourself. The next card you got, High Priest, is if you give everything too soon, there will be nothing for them to earn. So you can't be fucking on the first date too then, High Priest. You can't be like, oh, I can do this, I'm going to give you this, and da-da-da-da-da. Because you got the heal your womb card in reverse. Heal your womb. It's time to clear it's time to clear the trauma that keeps attracting low vibrational partners. And this is in reverse. So you've been dropping your seed off in women who don't even take time to heal their womb. You dropping seeds off in women that leave one dude house, come straight to you, leaves one emotional sexual relationship, and a week later she already committed to you. You, like I told you, you in a room with somebody that's just fucking everybody in a room, and you just sitting there pretending like you don't know what's real. You've been fucking with some women, High Priest, and it is what it is, who don't even take time to heal. They think healing is an insult. They think taking time not to fuck is an insult. And you so desperate to connect Bottom of the deck, dear masculine, how long will you run from your pain? When will you sit still long enough to heal? You don't even, y'all both ain't, see, that's that lower aspect. Y'all both mirroring that. She don't want to heal, and you don't want to sit still, so you ain't gonna heal. You learning that rushing into physical intimacy with somebody ain't how you gonna create the best relationship, because that's what you've done in the past. Yeah, with you never took the time to know me, so don't think you have me figured out. Yeah, you didn't even take time to get to know some people in the past. And that's why when the mask fell off, it was too much to bear. But the next card that comes out from 7 says, we had to disrupt this union. Our bloodlines did not permit it. That's why some of these relationships fell apart. See, the high priest has been going through this too on her end. Relationships not even going nowhere. Because spirit had to disrupt it. It wasn't meant. Bottom of the deck in reverse is plot twist. You're the narcissist. Well, in plot twist, we're in reverse. You were dating narcissistic ass women that kept you trying to prove your divinity to them, and they wasn't even looking when you did prove it. All right, let's move on. Ooh, y'all gonna be so mad in the comments about this one. Shit, it is what it is. All right, Spirit, what deck should we get next? Let's check on your chakras, High Priest. I know the High Priest is in here eating this shit up. Like, yeah, bitch, tell us what he doing. Y'all nosy asses. And you know what, High Priest? Spirit, and this is not even just for the High Priest. This is just for the masculines in general. I'm talking about men, okay? I know y'all got all these politically correct terms, but I'm talking about men. Dick and balls. Y'all are being called to be self-sufficient. There has been about a 20-year stretch of men who just exist off of what a woman has created or what a woman is sustaining for you. And so Spirit is trying to see how they can give you your own blessings, how they can grant you something for yourself. But the only caveat is you being on your own for a minute, like living on your own, not with your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your girl, your baby mama, your ex, but y'all just friends, but y'all stay in separate rooms. None of that. Like you literally just being on your own. That's what Spirit want to see from you, High Priest. They want to see you living on your own off of sheer faith so they can give you everything that is meant for you. And that sounds like an insult. Like, oh, so what you trying to say? I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm telling you what Spirit is saying. That's what she want to see from you. That's what whatever you recognize it as, wants to see from you. You being completely 100% self-sufficient so that they can give you more. Woo! Rejection and confusion. See, High Priest, you was rejected by, this is weird. What I'm hearing is like somebody would like bait you in And then when you would show up, they would reject you. And it was confusing you. Like, why do you keep asking me to show up if when I get here, you going to reject me? That's because she only called you in 55 text messages unanswered by the karmic masculine that she chasing. By the time your ass got off work, out the gym, and actually showed up, he done already responded. So now she mad at you. How dare you come over here? Well, you know I'm trying to get back with old boy. Even though I called you over here and asked you to show up, and I knew you was going to show up. But he done already made halfway up with me. So now I got to reject you. Keep you in confusion. Do she want me or do she not want me? Should I show up? Okay, I'm going to show up. Then you get there and you being rejected, but still pulled in. Oh, okay, well then I'm going to leave. Well, why you going to leave? With an attitude. Then try to get you stay. Then you stay. Then they still treating you fucked up. Scrying mirror. Being projected on for some shit you ain't even do. You didn't even know. You was at work. You was at the gym. You was just going to rub one off and go to bed. This motherfucker done called you over, damsel in distress in reverse earlier. Then when you get there, they reject you and leave you out in the cold. Look. This motherfucker in rejection look confused. Look at this fool. Look confused, motherfucker. And then rejection, he out in the cold. And then his higher self whispering in his ear like, I told you not to go. And you like, well, I had to go so she wouldn't think that I was like everybody else. Complacency. And your emotions just spilling over. Yeah. With perseverance and perception in reverse. With abundance in reverse and completion in reverse, you just kept going back to this. Ignoring everybody that made advances towards you that was probably a better catch, but they didn't exude something. This distorted feminine has something. It was something that just kept you feeling like you had to go back. It was the rejection. You liked the rejection because the rejection gave you a chance to prove your manhood, to prove, you know, because the rejection was always followed by a advance. This was a confusion. This bitch was confused her goddamn self. She would reject you and flirt with you in the same breath. That's why you was confused. See, when you fuck with somebody that's confused, you gonna be confused. Motherfucker reject you and sexually advance on you in the same breath. Just to keep you at bay, but to keep you close enough to pull you in. But now, High Priest, you coming into balance. You like, okay, yeah, I gotta get my footing because this ain't right. Now you balancing all this shit out. You balancing the thoughts out. You starting to put two and two together. With the impasse card here, you like, okay, I got a decision to make. I got to turn around or I got to go a different route. Yeah, with the quest and the destiny here. But with the prayer in reverse, you just feel like you're not being heard by the divine. So it's making you a little insecure. But see, the divine is waiting on you to forgive yourself for all the times that you didn't see what was really going on. Times that you didn't see your wisdom. And once you see that, you're going to come into union with your soulmate. Goddamn. And y'all know I don't even talk like this. But if the card come out and the spirit message is here, I got to read it. You're going to come into your soulmate, High Priest. But your ass gonna fuck around and feel guilty for it. You gonna feel guilty for being happy with somebody else. Yeah. With the recovery in reverse, the guilt, and then the joy in the reverse, yeah, you gonna fuck around and feel guilty for being happy with someone else, because with the recovery in reverse and the guilt, somebody that don't want to heal themselves always has a way to tug at your heartstrings. Always has a way to make you feel guilty for wanting better for yourself. With despondence here, and the high priestesses know about this despondence card. You growing and you healing, and this person right here watching it all like, how dare you heal? Miracle in reverse, I'm praying you don't make it. I'm hoping you don't make it. I hope nothing good happens for you. With the fucking gossip card and the grief. Yeah. Yeah, you did used to hear her gossip about people. And then whenever she was in pain or going through some minor drama that she done created on her own, she would go to the same people she gossiped with to get consolence from them. With the enlightenment in reverse, with the instinct, enlightenment and instinct in reverse, you was dealing with somebody that would never use their intuition, that always distracted themselves from their enlightenment, that always used other people and objects to distract themselves from their own spiritual evolution. With impartiality, could never decide which end of the spectrum they want to be on. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde ass motherfuckers in your life. With the dissipating card here, start to feel like your life was passing you by. Yeah. With the growth in reverse, started feeling like your life was passing you by. And then something snapped in you, high priest, and you was like, you know what? Acceptance in reverse. I can no longer accept this. I can't do this no more. I can't live like this. I can't take this bullshit no more. With isolation coming out in the upright with a nice suit and tie there, you decided to go in and get sharp. Build yourself back up from this bullshit. With the expansion coming out with bittersweet. And now you realize, yeah, my growth is going to be bittersweet to some of these motherfuckers that thought I was going to be low vibing with them for the rest of my life. I thought I wasn't going to settle down one day and start a family with the passion card here. Thought I wasn't going to tap into my divinity with the mystic card here. And then at the bottom of the deck, high priest, you got vanity in reverse. So you decided that you don't care what a motherfucker look like or what they have. Because self-worth in reverse, that was just a cover for the shit that they really didn't embody on the inside. You started to realize that you were attracted to people who looked good on the outside, but on the inside wasn't shit there. You decided not to give attention to that anymore. Yeah, with service and release here. You decided to release yourself from being of service to bullshit. Even your friends, your homeboys, you was always showing up being loyal to them, and they was always like subbing you and making you the flunky or whatever. You decided to start releasing that. Oh, I can't show up, man. I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? No. Because on the end, you was in renewal mode here. Growing. Tapping into your higher self. With the facade in reverse, you was like, I'm leaving this fake bullshit behind. All the masks, all the drama, all the games, all the lies, all the stuff that I was tied to that wasn't even really me. I'm leaving that shit behind because I see who I am truly supposed to be with this renewal. You've stepped into your higher self. So people got to speak to the God in you when they come around. Workaholic in reverse with the impatience card. You get impatient with people who you don't got time to deal with people who like got excuses on why they not working on themselves. But then there's a little bit of patience there because you know they distracted, but you just not gonna fuck with it. Just not gonna fuck with it, high priest. You just not. Because you know they don't got faith. and their perception is fucked up, and they ain't even coming from a space of gratitude, and they stay in victim mode. You done with dealing with people who stay in victim mode. People who can't get shit popping because they still thinking about how everybody was fucked up and how everything didn't go their way. You done. You ain't got no faith in those people. Because every time you talk to these people, they got an excuse about why they ain't happy, about why they ain't thankful for what they have, and then they moving in trickery. But just know, with the trickery and creation card, when you really get on your shit, there's gonna be people in your life that try to create roadblocks for you, but it's not gonna prosper. It's not. You're really mirroring the high priestess at this time. All right, we're going to get some energy for you guys, and then we are done, High Priest. Thank you, Esme, my love. All right, High Priest, you got patience in reverse, peaceful presence, letting go of desperation. Peaceful redirection is the message when this card is reversed. Open up to the options available to you, even if they aren't yet totally clear. The universe supports you when you allow its influence to help direct your outcomes, and when you open your imagination to all the potential solutions around you. The key is to keep moving forward without frantic need or urgency. Don't give up on your goal. Initiation and renewed action are needed now. So keep an open eye to new and unexpected opportunities around you. You may be surprised where they lead. Affirmation: I pursue my goals with receptivity. I am patient and flexible, willing to receive in many surprising and imaginative ways. Yes, High Priest. Do not grow impatient. I know you feel like you've been grinding for a minute. You've been doing everything you got to do. You cut out the bullshit. You probably done went vegan. Or you just a pescatarian or some shit. Or you just eat consciously. You know what I mean? And you probably like, damn, when I want to see a turnaround? When the high priestess gonna find me? You know? All in due time, grasshopper. Don't get frustrated. The high priestess is looking for you too. Trust me, I know. Okay, guys. I can't say that this is gonna be a regular little thing on my channel, but I was led to do this reading for you guys tonight. Shout out to my high priestesses and my moderators, because I know y'all was in here trying to be nosy and see what was going on. I love you guys so much. Thanks for everybody liking the video. I know this was hard to swallow, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Everything you need from me is in the description box below. I do have a P.O. box now. I know some of you guys had asked me, how can you send me some decks or whatever. I linked my Amazon wish list with all my little decks that I love on there. So if you want to check it out to support the channel, I appreciate that. Thanks for the likes, subscribe, shares, donations, all the positive comments and the feedback. I love you guys so much. All right, guys, sending you love, peace, and balance.